Alright. That should do it. I think I got everything set up. Alright, it looks like something is happening, I think. Okay, well, let me just unmute this. Hopefully it doesn't sound terrible, because I've been having some weird issues with the audio. Alright, looks good. I'm gonna keep that window open. Um, Epic, right? Epic. Uh, this is indeed a 4x3 monitor that I'm recording on. Let's see. Yeah, I'm using this one right here. It's just about this resolution. Um, for those interested, I guess. Basically, my thinking when I did this was, um, I wanted to watch a lot of like fan subbed anime for a little bit, and I was getting in the mood for that, and uh, I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna dig up this 4x3 monitor, and use this as my main monitor now. There are some things that I've been having issues with. Uh, Mostly like some things are kind of problematic, like when you watch YouTube videos, for example. Uh, you will be watching the video and it will be in a normal 16:9 aspect ratio, whereas you have the 4:3 monitor, and it just ends up adding like black borders and stuff at the top and bottom, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. So yeah, we're on Linux right now. So basically what I wanted to do this time was uh, edit some anime charts, because I think I mentioned to someone at one point that I had a bunch of charts that I wanted to work through. I have them here. Uh, I'm just gonna do the general charts. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go because I have a lot of stuff in here. Uh, but I'm just gonna start with general, maybe you go into genres, but I start to get a lot. Um, so these I've mostly collected over the years. Uh, hey, look, YouTube is telling me. Oh, hello, cat girls. YouTube is telling me that my aspect ratio is not optimal. Screw it. So I'm gonna just be editing some charts and stuff and seeing like what I've watched. Uh, I still have no idea how to use GIMP. Um, let's keep. Sure, I don't think that's a huge. I'll just keep. I'm not sure what the. I mean, I'm not an expert photo editor or whatever. Uh, all right, so we're gonna do this. Like another problem with having a 4:3 monitor is that when you're doing like photo editing in a suite like this, um, like this stuff kind of gets in the way, and it's not like the most optimal editing environment, I guess. So let's see here. I'm gonna see how much I've seen in the time since. I don't think it's that much, but we're about to find out. Let's see. Let's do red. I've been meaning to watch Rose of Versailles, by the way. I haven't seen any hint there. Um, let's see. I've seen Mushishi in the time since. That was the anime I watched for my 700th show. So, and then I ended up watching all of Mushishi, like the sequels and whatnot. I think that's it for this one. Actually, that was quick. So, oh, and here's the thing too with this, that you have to just export it and replace that. So it's gonna be kind of a pain. Yeah, discard changes. Let me make sure it's saved. Okay, it's good. Oh, hello. Wavy Luna. Let's see. Okay. Because I did a lot of editing in Windows on Paint.net, which is like an upgraded version of MS Paint and like a baby version of Photoshop, and I never really edited in anything else before, so I'm still used to a lot of the keyboard shortcuts and whatnot from that program. Um, in that one, you could just like save the picture, but in GIMP, you have to export it. Saving it only saves it as a project file. Paint.net kind of had something similar, but uh, yeah. Let's see here. Going through, I've seen Last Exile. Um, I've been meaning to watch Rojin Z, and that looks like it's about it for this one. Um, some charts I have to edit so many because not all charts have what I want. So for example, this one, like this is such a unique hodgepodge of anime that it includes here that you will have shows that are slightly mainstream, but then you'll have other shows that you don't really see mentioned too often, like um, Kids on the Slope and like Shin Sekai Yori are fairly mainstream. But then you have shows that people don't really talk about on here. Um, like Rojin Z, I'm not sure if that's more obscure, but it's an interesting combination. And sometimes it's interesting to see too the uh the anime that people will put on their charts because it's not always the same and it's reflective of their tastes. So this is the one that I've been working on for a while. Uh, this is a 4chan one. This is the chart that I'm like, I'm just gonna watch every show on this chart. Uh, Not like specifically going through and seeing what's next up, but over the course of like a couple years well, not a yeah, a couple years, I've been trying to watch everything on this chart. So I just saw I have Excel Saga I could knock off. Uh, let's see what else on here. I need to watch GTO and Berserk. Uh, I'm currently watching Nana. Uh, so I'm not gonna cross that one off just yet. But I've seen Razafan. The thing is though, is that once you like if you go by this chart message, Golden Boy's a classic. And Hello William. That's something I need to watch. I have it on my hard drive somewhere here. Let's see. Yeah, most of the stuff I have on here already. Uh, but so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get around to it. Like when I'm in the mood for a comedy, that's probably gonna be up next because I've heard good things about that. Let's see here. Okay, everything looks good there. Also need to watch Mononoke. Barefoot Gen is similar to Griff. Oh yeah, I've seen there was this video. Oh, it was back in the Digi era. It was the a video that they made. It was like the anime director that time forgot, and it was talking about the director of Toki no Tabibito. Let me just double check that. Toki no yeah, Toki no Tabibito Time Stranger. And the director is Masaki Mori, and they were also the director of Barefoot Gen. So that's someone that I've been looking for, and I've also heard it's like incredibly brutal, uh, compared to like other World War II um films, but that's something that I need to watch. I just get really lazy about movies that I'll just be like, oh, that's like 2 hours. I'm not gonna spend 2 hours watching something. But then I'll easily sit down and watch a couple episodes of like the equivalent amount of time episodes of anime. Let's see what else is on here. Hmm. I need to watch Technolize already. I need to stop being lazy. And same thing with Jinro. Um, uh, Galaxy Express 39. I've seen the movie for that, but this is for the show. I kind of want to plan to watch this anime for like my 999 show that I watch. So I'll just have to plan for that. That'd be kind of cool. I wanted to watch Eureka 7 for my 700th and 77th anime, but then I forgot about it until it was too late. This looks about good. Yeah, I'll get around to these eventually. Galactic Heroes and Tyler. Close that. Discard changes. Okay. Another one. Mushishi. I think I'm gonna be able to cross out Mushishi. Uh, hey Zachable. Zach Abel. I'm not exactly sure how to say people's names. Honey Maze. And hello everybody who's dropping in. But I was saying I think I'll be able to cross off Mushishi in on every chart because it's gonna be included. Uh, which is good. That's kind of what like sometimes when I would watch a show, like when I watched Arya for the first time, I was like, hey, I can just go through these charts now and cross off Arya because it's gonna be on most of these charts because it's a classic. Let's see what else is on here. Need to watch this. Uh, Buso Renkin. Has anyone seen that? Like, it's on this chart, and I see it sometimes, but like the show itself seems kind of retarded. Like I don't know if it's actually good. Rojin Z, yeah, I think I'm fairly certain Satoshi Kon worked on it. That's why it was on my radar. He might have been like a background, not a background artist, but maybe like animation director. Let me look that up. He Satoshi Kon did layout planning and key animation on that. Rojin Z specifically, based Panty Pony Dash. Panty Pony Dash. So here's the thing, like, I actually I watched it. I have it like across signifies that like I finished the show. And then like a dash is I dropped it. I initially dropped uh Pani Pony Dash because I was trying to watch it one weekend and I was trying to binge watch it because I binge watch most anime that I watch. Uh, and I was starting to get fed up with it because it was getting to my head. Uh, like the sheer insanity of it all. And I was like, screw it, I'm dropping this. I've seen enough. Um, and I kind of regretted doing that. And like a year or so later, maybe less, I came back to Pani Pony Dash and I just watched it in like maybe 4 or 5 episodes per day, and it was the best thing I've ever seen. Uh, so I ended up finishing Pani Pony Dash. It's epic. Uh, yeah, I watch anime with subs. Uh, like I could watch most shows without subtitles, uh, up until like a certain demographic. Like if you're watching seinen or josei stuff, I'm gonna need subtitles or like sci-fi anime. But I've seen like when I watched the crap, what was it? Um, Mahotsukai Precure, the movie. I downloaded just the raws and I watched the movie raw and understood like more than 90% of it. Uh, yeah, just watch. Yeah, probably just I'll get around to Yu Yu Hakusho instead. And yeah, Pani Pony Dash. There's hardly anything like it. It's so insane. The closest thing I could think of when I was watching it is Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei, which is like if Pani Pony Dash was aimed for a male demographic, Zetsubo Sensei is aimed slightly more towards like a female demographic because it has like a Bishonen main character kind of. Uh, but they have a similar comedy style, I guess. But Pani Pony Dash is definitely more crazy. Don't watch anime these days, TBH, burnt out and maybe over it. Uh, maybe like I kind of see like when I look at these charts and stuff, I've seen a lot of the like the popular stuff or like the big names, I guess. Which is one of the problems of going about watching anime on charts and stuff, is that you will just see it as a checklist and you will just say, "Oh, I've seen these shows already." Uh, and now I guess there's nothing else left, and uh, you kind of see that like you've reached the end, I guess, or you're starting to reach a point where uh, you're not really making too much progress, I guess. Slice of life anime is pretty it's pretty easy. Yeah, slice of life anime is pretty easy to watch raw. I mostly just have subtitles on, just like training wheels mostly. Uh, My Neighbors the Yamada is a fairly weak work from Ghibli, less ambitious. So I've heard. I don't think it's a Miyazaki one either. That feel when your understanding of a language is similar to a fourth grader. Rip. Oh, Monster's great. Yeah, I've read the manga for Monster. And it's amazing. It's probably of all the manga that I've read, it probably has the best writing, I feel. Uh, but I haven't seen the show because it's 74 episodes, so I was like, screw it, I'll just read the manga, and ended up enjoying it. I haven't gotten around to watching it. I will watch it though. Very, oh hey White Hand. Very cute, very kawaii, very awesome and cool chart Windows XP desktop environment. Yes, epic. Suiginto. Where was I? No, I don't need. I need to export that. Alrighty, here's another big chart coming up. Uh, yeah, I could cross Mushishi off there as well. Razafan. I didn't like Razafan. Um, that one and then Bokurano, I wasn't a fan of. I'm not sure what, like it I didn't see anything too special about it. Currently watching that. Eureka 7 is mid. I think I can't remember. That's also the thing about anime. It starts to blur when you watch so many after long periods of time. Yeah, base XP boomer. Man, I miss using my Windows XP computer. That's like when I first started using a computer, it was on Windows XP, and I never used, well, that's gonna be a lie. I did use Windows 7, but that was only at school because we had Windows XP on a shitty desktop until I upgraded to Windows 8 on my own laptop. Uh, okay. IGPX, that's a show that I was interested in because it's on this chart. Uh, and I've never seen it mentioned on any other chart, and not too many people talk about it. It's like I think it's a futuristic racing anime, a la uh like F-Zero or something. At least that's what I can tell, but that's an interesting one that I'll have to get around to. Uh, I think I made some changes to this, so I'll just export it. Okay, zoom in more. Um, I'll get around to watching Berserk eventually. It's for me, it the shows Berserk and JoJo are the shows that I'll just straight up never watch at this point. Uh, I'm watching this one right now, Jinrui wa Suita Shimashita. So I have like one episode left, so I'll just cross it off already. Maybe more obscure anime charts. Yeah. I honestly don't know where I picked these charts up from. I sent someone a link in a video because they were asking about them. Uh, but I know I got them from other places, and sometimes there's like really random image boards that I happen to stumble across, and they have an anime board and they have like a chart thread, so I'll save them from there, and that's sometimes where I will get more obscure charts. But I think most of them come from A, honestly. At some point that were on A. Uh, I need to watch One Outs, uh, because I really enjoyed Kaiji, and I think it might be, but I don't think no, it's not by the same mangaka, but it's like a similar type of show, at least what I can tell. I think that's it for this one. Yeah, I need to watch Beck. There's still a lot that I need to watch. That's why like I just I obsess over anime all the time. Technolize. Yeah, I need to watch Technolize. Someone else um was trying to get me to watch Technolize recently, and I was gonna watch it for my 700th anime. Uh, but like I had like a little feeling that perhaps I wasn't gonna enjoy it as much as something like Lane, or it was gonna be too heavy. So I ended up watching Mushishi instead. But I'll be watching Tecmo eventually because it looks pretty cool. Uh, it looks like it's gonna crush my soul. Space Brothers, yeah. Um, Battle Programmer Shirase I've seen. That's a pretty based anime. Like this stuff on this guy's chart, like half of this stuff is like meme shows. Uh, but some of them are epic. Like I need to watch Kyoran Kazoku Niki because this show just looks so absurd and stupid. But like you can see, like he will put meme shows on this. Like I think Maria Holic is kind of a meme show. Uh, but you see some interesting stuff with when people put together charts. Eh. And let me just double check that these charts are indeed saving, because that'd be okay. They are. Uh, Excel Saga. Um, I think most people have seen that in terms of like comedy stuff. Uh, Paranoid Agent. Once again, I'm gonna shill it. I haven't shilled it this video, but I've shilled it to different people. Um, it's one of Satoshi Kon's best, and it has some really interesting commentary on Japanese society. It's great. Uh, Anything else on here? Genius. Oh no, I haven't seen Genius Party. Uh, I hated this one. What is it? Denpa Teki no Denpa Teki ni Kanojo. I thought it was gonna be good, but it wasn't. I don't remember anything from it except that I was bored out of my mind. I watched the Zega Pain, and that's that. Reimu, kind of like I've seen some stuff from him, but not much because it's hard to keep up with a lot of people's on YouTube and stuff. Because I do watch a lot of YouTube, but most of the time I'll just default to watching anime instead. Uh, Alrighty. That's oh what whoa, that was weird. Uh yeah, then the stuff starts to repeat itself. You'll see like a lot of the same anime on these charts. So I'm just gonna end up crossing off mostly the same things. I feel like I've seen the place prom actually the place promised in our early days. I never finished. I think that's the because I don't know if this one is specifically oh crap, what's his name? Uh, I don't know if it's specifically a Shinkai film, but I think it's definitely from the same studio. But I remember one of them being really boring, but I don't remember which one it was. It might have been that one. And if I can't sit through an entire movie, it's probably shit. Fumo Reimu. Fumo Reimu. All right. Okay, this one's an interesting chart because you got a lot of obscure OVAs and and whatnot, art films and stuff. Um, okay. I don't think I've seen that much because I haven't delved too far into that. Need to watch this Nia A under 7. Gosensu Sama Banzai. No, that's I'm thinking of a different show. Never mind. Yeah, I haven't seen much from this show, or much from this chart, I should say. Oh, I've seen Soul Taker. Never mind. I watched that because that's where Nurse Witch Komugi-chan comes from. That's like the parent story, and Soul Taker is shoot, what's his name? Fuck, I don't remember names. I'm terrible with names. Uh, Akiyuki Shimbo. It's Akiyuki Shimbo as fuck. Uh, and it's a type of show that leans really heavily into its aesthetic, uh, much to its detriment though. So like it fully commits to what it's going for, but like it really has no legs to stand on other than the aesthetic. So it was really cool to watch, uh, but it didn't really provide much else besides that. Nurse Witch Komugi-chan is better. Alrighty, this one's good. Hello, Voodoo. Spirited Away? Honestly, Spirited Away is incredibly overrated. I don't get it. Like of all the Ghibli films that I've seen, it's like it's good, but it's mostly nostalgia for people. Kite, Kite. I've seen Kite. I'm pretty sure. Was that on the chart I just closed? Open recent hidden gems. I don't think. Oh, I've seen just Kite, but I haven't seen Kite Liberator. Yeah, despite like of all the Ghibli films, I prefer like Princess Mononoke over that. Princess Mononoke is good. What else is really good from them? Shoot. Uh, I also like Whisper of the Heart. I'm doing pretty good, Voodoo. Yeah. Spirited Away is really hyped. Don't buy into hype for anime because most of the time like people don't know what they're talking about. I have been watching recent shows. I watch stuff. Let's see. I don't know how to check. How should actually? I know. Uh, Let me open up. It used to be called graph.anime.plus, but now it's just anime plus. Uh, I'll pull it up here. I haven't updated it in a while, it looks like. I'll pull it into its own tab. Um, I watch some stuff seasonally. I'm watching right now Megami, what is it called? Megami Ryo no Ryobokun. Um, Hold on, I can't see chat anymore. I'm stupid. Yeah, Berserk is definitely a must. That's something that I need to watch. And same thing with like I think I will like it. I know I'll like Berserk more than JoJo. But those are just shows that I just don't think I'll ever watch. Back in high school, I had a friend who was like super into JoJo, and he forced me to read the first volume, and I just didn't really understand anything that was going on in it, and I was like, okay, this is whatever. I need to watch something else. Yeah, I need to watch GTO for sure. Uh, might read the manga for that one. Sometimes when the show is decently long, I'll just end up reading the manga for it, but I don't read too much manga. Uh, when was the last season? Comic Girls is really good, by the way. People haven't seen it, not too many people have seen that. I don't know, when was I probably should just go to like Mal and look at the seasonal charts and see what I saw last season and whatever. Um, let's see. What did I watch last season? I don't know. Uh, I unfortunately watched this show, um, The, Killing, Slams, for 300 Years. 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 300 That ended up being a somewhat waste of time. And I also watched Dynazenon, which I enjoyed more than Gridman. So I usually watch stuff, like I'll pick up something like per season and stuff. Usually it's just like a sequel like Gotobun, Beastars and whatnot. But I do still watch stuff that comes out in the current year. Yeah, JoJo is too mainstream at this point. Yes, I have seen Higurashi. I've seen all of it. I haven't seen the current season that's airing right now, but I do plan to watch it because there's some I'm not sure how I feel about the um like the current trajectory of the Higurashi current arc, but I mean it's somewhat interesting and the whole Yuri undertones are pretty strong in it. So I'll give it a watch, but I've seen all of Higurashi, at least up until the current stuff. Yeah, the JoJo fandom kind of like puts me off, honestly. I'm not too interested in that. It's just all like memes and stuff. I need to watch Kimonozume. That is crap, what's his name? Ping Pong, Mind Game. I don't remember his name. Uh Mind Game is an epic movie, by the way. Uh Masaki Yuasa, shit. I can't I should have remembered that. Yeah. I'm really bad with names. Both like not just for anime stuff, but just like people in general. That I'll remember like faces and stuff, but names just always escape me. So that's why I like using Mal and those databases because then I could just look up pictures and stuff. All right, let's see what we got here. Uh, I need to watch Super Gals, honestly. Um, I forgot who it was. I saw someone was talking about it. Yeah, I've seen Planetates. Uh, but like Super Gals looks pretty cool, so I need to watch that. So there's some stuff on this chart that I want to watch. Uh, like Xenoglossia, for example. Uh, in Shadowstar Narutaru. That one's like appears to me like a super edgy uh animes. It looks somewhat similar to something like Alien 9 but more serious or at least more blatantly suffering. But I didn't cross out anything here, did I? Nah, I'm good. Is this Midori? Is this hold on. That is like Shoujo Tsubaki Midori or is that just Midori? It looks to me like it is Shoujo Tsubaki Midori, which I've seen. I watched that because of Hayden. Hayden loves anime. He shills it constantly. It's really interesting. It was animated by one dude. Uh, also, yeah, like I mentioned, I need to see Rose of Versailles because I watched Onisama E, and it's one of those early shoujo manga type animations. Uh, Osamu Dazai, I think it is, who was director. I don't think he did Versailles. Maybe he did. But I really like that the stupid soap opera stuff that comes up in those types of shows. Yeah, Fantastic Children. Yeah, I need to watch Digimon Tamers. Um, was that if that's the show I'm thinking of, didn't I know Hazel made a video about that, and I ended up downloading it because it looked really interesting. And that was the one that Konaka worked on. All right. Fantastic Children. It looks like another one of these like post Ava shows. I'm not sure if it's Mecha specifically, but I haven't seen it. Came out in '05. It's probably cool, decently all right. Uh, I don't really know anyone who worked on this. Uh, Not really seeing too much that pops out. I'm not sure. It might be interesting. Rosa Versailles, yes, I believe it is what was one of the major inspirations for Utena. Oh yes, edgy 2000s anime is where it's at. They got some world masterpiece theaters, which I've failed to get around to at this point, but eventually TM. All right. Oh, did I? Shit. Maybe I made a change to that. Let me double check. Oh no, that wasn't it. Crap. Which one was it? All right, it just said good anime. Probably it just said good anime on it. Oh, crap. Uh, I think I did make a change to it. Yeah, I crossed off Midori. All right. Uh, yeah, I think Rosa Versailles was more of a how do I want to put it? It was like I was gonna use an example from Onisama E, but I don't think most people have seen that show, but it has uh like the crap, how do I explain it? It's like the very pretty girl, but I don't want to call her like a Bishoujo because that's not it. I think there's a word for it, but it's the like the handsome girl, but I'm not sure if it was actually lesbian per se. Yeah. I like to watch random bullshit, which is how I ended up padding my watch completed list to like now we're at like in the mid 900s. So I'll watch stupid mid 2000s harem anime mostly. Uh, Bubblegum Crisis. I saw Bubblegum Crisis. What was it? It was the sequel one. Bubblegum Crisis 20 Tokyo 2040. Might get around to watching this one, but I wasn't a huge fan of what it was doing. Oh yeah, the Muramasa VN. I heard about that. That was the VN um that I was like that it will never get translated, but guess what? It has an official translation now in the works. And it's almost done, right? Like they announced it and it was talking about how it's gonna come out soon because they've just been working on it. And I want to say it's the same translator who worked on Daizare, uh, who's pretty good. Uh, yeah, Excel Saga. Yeah, I don't know if Wikipedia is necessarily a good source for anime. I hardly use it. Uh, like if you want to read about the background for a show, uh, like for example, when I was watching Utena, I looked around like some background and see what the reception and stuff was. But I tend to use like Mal or AnyDB specifically when you're looking at like who worked on it because they have more mature databases for that kind of thing. Uh, oh, that's the original Yamato. Slayers is something I need to watch. Creamy Mommy. I actually found a DVD for Creamy Mommy at a used bookstore and I bought it. It was like DVD 2. Uh, Ping Pong Club, which is I haven't I haven't heard of that one. Ping Pong Club. I need to watch Pat Labor. I was just gonna watch the Pat Labor movies, honestly. Oh, we said Ping Pong Club. Oh, is that Ike Inachu Takubu Ping Pong Club? That looks pretty interesting, honestly. The here, let me pull it up. Like, look at that cover, man. That looks pretty epic. And actually, I saw this guy for another one. Uh, another show that I was looking at earlier. He worked on a lot of Hello Kitty stuff. It's pretty based. It's gotta be epic. It's gotta be epic. I'll have to watch this one. All right, where was I? Um, yeah, it's not. I don't. It's not Ping Pong the animation. Ping Pong the animation is the Yuasa one. But I appreciate you pointing that one out because I would have missed that. Yeah, right here, Ping Pong Club. Um, Area 88, is that the one? No, never mind. I don't think it is. So I'll explore that one. This one was, I just called it old fag anime. What was this like? Oh yeah, 20th century shit. Here's the newbie pack. Hello Kitty, the epitome of capitalist machine. Oh yeah, here I was gonna talk about this. Uh, there was this shit. This book I read for my Japanese culture class in uni called Pink Globalization: Hello Kitty's Trek Across the Pacific. It seemed like it would be kind of cringe, but it was a really interesting insight and an analysis of like kawaii uh, as like a concept, as like a cultural concept. Uh, and it went in depth in ways that I didn't expect it to. And I read this book and then I ended up rewatching Paranoia Agent like coincidentally at this around the same time, and it gave me a whole dimension of perspective to Paranoia Agent that I just hadn't considered previously. Uh, so I highly recommend this. Found its genius similar to Beck. Yeah, I'm watching Nana right now, um, and I'm enjoying it. No, but Hello Kitty is based, but it's too mainstream now. Oh, got some stuff. Oh, I almost finished this whole row. Eventually, we'll get around to Gintama. I don't like to watch super long shows. Uh, I barely started to get myself to watch. Well, not barely, but it was a struggle to get myself to watch like 50 episode like Maho Shoujo stuff. But like if the show is significantly longer than that, I'm probably gonna be turned off, especially if it's like 300 episodes like Gintama. Seems like there would be a lot of like filler and stuff. Well, not filler specifically, but like not an optimal way to spend my time, I guess. So at that point, I'll read the manga or something. I also need to watch Akagi. Still a lot of stuff to watch, honestly. Like sometimes I'll feel that I've seen a lot of the big stuff, but then I will return to these charts and be like, oh, I haven't seen like Eureka 7 yet, or I haven't seen Nana yet, or I haven't actually watched a complete series of Leiji Matsumoto before. Uh, so it's cool to return to these. Oh yeah, that's ugh, crap, I can't speak. Essential meme charts of every season or meme anime. This is the real guide of stuff to watch, but I haven't seen anything of these recently. Except Oraimo. Oraimo is unironically good. Here's a mecha. I haven't seen too much mecha recently. Oh yeah, Akagi. Uh, that is by the same mangaka as Kaiji, correct? Because if it is, I'm probably gonna enjoy it. Though the thing that's been like I guess like preventing me from watching it is that I know it's gonna include a lot of stuff about relating to mahjong, which I'm not familiar with. Uh, so I might watch the anime Saki first. Uh, the cute girls playing mahjong, because I know that one. It has like a fuck. Hold on, I'll pull it up because it's hilarious. They included the fan subgroup that I have it from. They included like a PDF of or not a PDF, but it might as well have. Like they had included a glossary for general mahjong uh stuff that you should you should read before you watch the show. Uh, and I found that hilarious. That's why I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, or email the first season is really based. Everything else it doesn't matter. Zega Pain. Uh, Mecha anime is pretty good. I need to watch Nadia event already. Like seriously, I've just been like putting that one off as well. Um, let's see. All right, that's good for this one. Oh, that's interesting regarding Akagi. Yeah, Ruri-chan, fucking Kuroneko got screwed over. It was rip, but I mean they committed to the incest, which was based, and I've seen everything here. This is a Reddit chart. So I finished everything in general. Let's see, where do I want to go? I don't know how long I want to do this either. Uh, we've been going for where's, where's the time? Holy crap, it's been like 48 minutes. Jeez. Yeah, like whenever I end up doing these charts, I'll like fall into a time slip, and I'll be like, crap, that's where all the time went. All right, I'll just do these like these genre ones, and then I'll call it a day. And I know some of these I've just straight up finished. Uh, all right, Katanagatari was gay. Probably the weakest Nisio Isin work I've seen. Uh, Discard that. I need to watch Psyche K. That one seems pretty cool. Export. This one I've almost finished. All right, yeah. I haven't seen anything there. Here's the ecchi stuff. So I've seen Cross Age. I watched the Kami fan sub version of that, which has the penis in the opening. And if people don't know what I'm talking about, I guess I should pull it up for reference. If I still have it, hold on. Alright, I do. And let me immediately mute it and pull it over to the second screen. Because I don't know if I'll get copyrighted for it. Alright, I found it. Here, wait. Um, I'll pull it over when it's time. There we go. There's the fucking penis in the opening, the hand-drawn penis. Uh, Kami never change. Alright, so this is the ecchi stuff. Yeah, Kami also did in their fan sub of Origairu, they gave Hachiman like the Batman mask during the opening. I think it was the second season. But like they're kind of hit or miss for their subtitles, but when they're good, they're really good. Though they tend to quote unquote over localize stuff. Like they did Sangatsu no Lion and they did a really good job with that. Uh, but it just depends. If they care about the show, then it will be good subtitles. But if they don't, then it will be hilarious. So, Escaflowne I've seen. It's like fantasy. I hardly watch fantasy anime. Because to me, they all just seem like Dragon Quest, honestly, and I don't like that aesthetic. And I know I've certainly haven't seen any OVA. At least I don't think so. Though Mahojin Guru Guru is supposed to be pretty good, I think. Um, which one of these? Okay, I've seen Hack Sign. Alright. Uni. I already graduated, but I studied like just IT stuff specifically. I'm not gonna say the exact like program because I think that would dox me, but I studied IT. Here's the classic, the cute girls doing cute things chart. So some of these I've gotten around to. Uh, I want to watch everything on this chart. Yeah, the legendary chart. Um, shit. Okay, I've seen Beanzume Yosei or Bottle Fairy. That one was like, that one's cute. Um, let's see what else I got in here. The thing is though, it's kind of depressing when you finish watching like the majority of all these cute girls doing cute things. Uh, Anime that then you realize you don't have too much left. Crap. Wasn't Yamano? I thought Yamano Susume was on this chart, but I guess not. It would have been like after school clubs maybe, but I guess not. Alrighty. I need to watch Strawberry Panic because it looks great. Like over the top drama with Yuri. And also Petite Princess Yushi. That one's supposed to be pretty good. Alright, so I didn't have anything here, I don't think. Oh, crap. Did I make a change? Maybe I did. TQ is so based. Oh yeah, I downloaded a TQ. I think that one was actually also subtitled by Kami since I was talking about that. So we work in IT. Yeah, actually, I was gonna do like some sort of video or something about it, but I ended up getting a real boy job, uh, for better or for worse. So no longer neat, but which is unfortunate. TQ. That seems kind of petty that they will hate the director or they will retroactively hate TQ because the director did a bad adaptation later on. Okay, where was I? Alright, nothing here. Oh, here we go. Here's some lesbian core. I think this one also is another based anime or a based chart. Uh, crap. I thought I've seen some on here, but I guess not. I need to watch Yurikuma Arashi already. Here's the Maho Shoujo chart. Uh, Full Moon Osagashite is really good. Uh, it needs to be seen more. It's not really a Maho Shoujo though, but it does have like henshin stuff in it, so I guess oh, and I ended up watching Sailor Moon first season. I haven't seen Desert Punk either. No, pretty uh, Lingerie Senshi Papillion Rose. I feel like that was like a student film maybe, but I'm not sure because it was only one episode, and then they later made an OVA for it. Oh yeah, Tokyo Mew Mew I need to watch. Uh, I know it's getting a new adaptation, but the original is most definitely going to be better, because at the very least, the original was made in 4:3. Uh, no, I'm not running XP. There would be no way I'd be uh there would be no way I'd be running Windows XP and streaming off it, because I don't think there's a machine capable enough to do that. I just happen to have the 4:3 monitor and the Windows XP Luna theme. Yeah. Uh, that's kind of like what Pony Pony Dash does in terms of like TQ. Oh, there was a stupid that you mentioned Drain King. There was a stupid Drain King and Tokyo Mew Mew. There was a shirt I found that was like they had Konata in the gang cosplaying the Haruhi girls. And then it said Tokyo Mew Mew official Drain product or something. Hold on, let me find it. Okay, good. I do have it here. All right, here it is. Epic. This is the kind of stuff that you need to wear, honestly. All right, that's good for this chart. Yeah, I haven't seen Mew Mew either though. I need to watch it eventually. Uh, nope here. Big O is really good though. At least the first half. Uh, really cool. And here's some cute girls anime that I haven't seen yet. I should. I was gonna watch Kokoro Toshokan the other day, but I didn't. Though there's a DJ Sharpnel song called Kokoro, and that samples the opening for this. Some romance stuff. Uh, Space Dandy. I don't know if that's good or not, honestly. 'Cause it just looks nice, like aesthetically in terms of like the animation and stuff. But Princess Tutu. Yeah, Princess Tutu is pretty good. I didn't like it as much as I thought I was, but it was still a really interesting watch. Um, because there's not really much else like it, and like, cause it's the whole like, oh, it's about ballerina, right? No, it's actually pretty hardcore. Nothing here. I'm probably never gonna watch some of these. Uh, like Rurouni Kenshin. I've seen Trust and Betrayal, and that's basically as far as I'm gonna go. Yeah. Cause there was cause I know that like nothing will really match Cowboy Bebop. Uh, but like I enjoyed stuff like Outlaw Star and Samurai Champloo and stuff that are somewhat similar to it, but it just seems like Space Dandy is blatantly trying to recapture that. I haven't seen Gantz yet. I haven't seen Gantz. Uh, I heard the manga is supposed to be pretty good. Uh, or it gets really interesting because there was like a Super Eye Patch Wolf video about that. But I remember there was this guy I knew from high school, and like he didn't watch anime at all, but he would always talk about Gantz. Uh, and that's the only exposure I've had to that, other than the Eye Patch Wolf video. Yeah, I might watch Space Dandy eventually, though. Yeah, I wish watching Maho Shoujo anime would give you a little give me a little bit of that E. Yeah, it's last I checked, Osaka Syndrome was indeed female. And I watched Mahoraba. Sketchbook is like all over the place on this, but I haven't seen it because it feels like it's not going to be as good as Hitamari. That's kind of how it was for me in Digi slash Beatrice slash Trixie. Uh, that I was so used to thinking about Digi as Digi that like that's why when I made the retrospective thing that like I just ended up like screwing up the entire time in terms of like pronouns and whatnot. It's hard when your brain is especially hard like it's hardwired a certain way. Sketchbook does seem pretty Kino. It's kind of like an Iyashi cave from what I can tell. Yeah, it seems pretty good. It's been like on half of these slice of life charts, and I enjoy slice of life anime. So that will be here eventually. Like I said, like I have a ton of shit here, and I know I have Sketchbook, so I have it here. Oh, crap. So like, I have a lot of anime here. So that's stuff that will be get watched eventually. So we have like 5+ terabytes of stuff here. Yeah, I think I'll watch one of those next. Uh, Usagi Drop seems kind of comfy. As long as you ignore the fact that the the whole manga thing. Kids on a Slope is pretty good. Uh, but I think it gets some shit because it has like some homosexual undertones or something. Uh, but it's just Shinichi Watanabe just like just talking about jazz basically. And no, I haven't seen Natsume uh Yujincho. Is that how you say it? I've never said that before. Uh, yeah, Yujincho. Though I liked Mushishi and Natsume Yujincho seems kind of like a similar thing in terms of uh like comfy nature stuff. It seems pretty based. Yeah, Iyashike is like necessary stuff. It's nothing here. Bakano versus Durarara. Bakano every day. I know some people like Durarara more. But like I've only seen the first season of it, but I didn't see too much like I didn't see too much to enjoy there. I'm sure it gets more fleshed out the longer it goes on, and I enjoyed the multiple perspectives kind of thing. But Bakano to me felt more of like more more tightly written, I guess. Hey, I don't mind the Bishonen stuff. Um, it's all good. Konohana Kitan. Uh, Gotta draw a straight line, or else it's gonna give me OCD. Good enough. This is the epic chart, by the way. Uh, I really wanted to like Kanazuki no Miko, uh, but because like I don't know, the opening was good because it's a song by Kotoko, but then I started watching it and I had zero interest in it, and I was like, fuck it, I'm dropping this. Yeah, Bakano is more interesting, um, simply just because of the setting. I feel. Yeah, Durara probably would honestly work better as a video game. Oh, William, you're thinking of Umaru-chan, Himoto Umaru-chan. I also dropped that one too. I wanted to like it, but I watched it and I was like, nah, I can't handle this. Because Umaru seems kind of like a based character, like just hearing about her, but uh, like the anime itself wasn't that it wasn't that enjoyable. Steel Inju Kurumi 2. Even though that one had that this season had Yuri in it, it wasn't I didn't enjoy it as much as the first, honestly. Kashimachi. I need to rewatch that, I think, or at least read the manga. That's pretty based. Uh, okay. Yeah, there's a decent amount of Yuri now. Oh, Yu Yu Shiki is fucking epic. Like if people enjoy stuff like Lucky Star and Pani Pony Dash, like slightly absurd comedy and like slice of life type of things with cute girls, Yu Yu Shiki is epic. All right, I feel like that's it in here. I should watch some more Yuri. Uh, I was really enjoying Maria-sama, but then I got to like what is it, the third season, and it's five really long episodes, and then I was like, I'll get around to those eventually. And it's been a year since then. Uh, yeah. Oh, we got some more lesbian stuff. Great. Though I haven't seen much of this actually. I need to watch some more Yuri. I'm probably gonna watch Strawberry Panic next because I got the based 4x3 monitor. It's perfect for that. Monogatari. Monogatari is good. I know it's kind of overrated and it's like super Reddit, but uh like I've rewatched that series like a number of times, mostly because like I'll watch until I used to watch until a certain point and then stop. New seasons would come out and I'd be like, shit, now I need to rewatch what I was starting. Uh, so I really enjoyed Bakemonogatari. Um, but like I feel that Monogatari is better like looking at it from the perspective of having seen all of it. That like once you get to the end, you kind of see like the growth of Araragi and like his relationship with the other characters, and you have more of a broad, like I said, a broad perspective of everything. Whereas like if you're just watching the show and just seeing characters like go back and forth, uh, it's like I don't really see what's too special. The conversations are interesting, but you won't really see uh like what's special about it until you get further down the line and you see how there was actually substance to a lot of the conversations. And there's some interesting like callbacks to previous seasons and like jokes and stuff that will later become important. Uh, Meguka, Meguka's all right. The first time I watched it, I thought it was overrated. The second time I rewatched it, or I should say, the first time I watched it, I thought it was overrated. Then I rewatched it and I was like, this is the best thing ever. And then I rewatched it later, and I was like, it's kind of all right. I just don't like how it becomes like the de facto face to all Maho Shoujo anime ever. That people will watch that and think they've seen everything. Yeah, gotta watch some more Yuri. And now here's some Yuri manga. I actually have girlfriends, and I think another one of the Morigana Milk mangas just like sitting on my shelf because I haven't gotten around to read it. I haven't gotten around to read it. Here we go. Yeah, before you ask M for recommendations, try these. Yeah, yes, I have seen Love Hina. Uh, I think Akamatsu Ken is a pretty based mangaka, but his stuff isn't that good. Uh, like he, there's something about them that have like a staying power, but I don't think Love Hina is anything better than like a five or a six. Let's see. I think I've seen something in here. Oh, I thought that said Bokusatsu Tenchi. Yeah, I thought it was talking about Dokuro-chan, an epic anime. I haven't even encountered it here. Um, Cross Angel I have seen, and that's about it. And export this one. All right, and that was it for the genre chart. So I've gone through a lot actually. The other stuff's like manga and movies, which I haven't really seen. Uh, but here's some interesting ones that I've gathered. I'm not going to go into these, I don't think, because I'm going to start wrapping stuff up soon. Soon TM. But these are like a bunch of yearly charts. So stuff that oh, I'm in the wrong window. Actually, I've already done this one. But you will see shows this is like 99, 2000. And no, I do not watch Trash Taste. Uh, because it has Giguk and that Anime Man. And I don't really care for them too much. I know I think someone has told me that it's actually pretty decent podcast, but uh I really can't watch those two guys anymore. Yeah, so much anime, not enough life. This is the problem, honestly. And I feel that way about video games as well, that I don't play too many games, but like I'll just hear about a game or I'll like obsess over watching like a really cool video essay on YouTube, and then I'll be like, I need to play that game, but then I realize it's like 60 hours or something, yeah, which sucks. So the game I'm currently gonna try to finish is Final Fantasy VII, the original from '97. Uh, I cleared the first disc already, and I put it down and haven't picked it back up, but that will be something I get around to. Um, but with anime though, I don't feel too much anxiety about it because for me, I feel that I'm gonna continue to watch anime for the rest of my life. So I know I won't watch everything in here. I will probably never watch like Hero Hero Kun, but I feel that a lot of the shows that are worth watching or that I will personally be interested in, I will get around to eventually. So long as I don't die, uh, like tomorrow or something. Yeah, I'll go through this. This is a Japanese one. So you got the two channel Best Anime Ranking. Uh, I don't I, I don't know that kanji, but we'll get to it eventually. This is Kemono Friends. Kemono Friends is based. What else we got here? I've been watching this one. Yamano Susume second. Yeah, I've seen second season for that. Video essays were strong for me in 2014. Started coming out. Like I say video essays, but I mean more like long form video game analysis. Recently I've been into Tim Rogers' videos that he's been putting out on Action Button, like the super long fucking videos. I watched his Doom one recently, and that was really good. Uh, the though the best one that I've watched from him was his Toki Memo one. I thought it was gonna be uh him talking about, like spewing the usual memes about, oh, they're just video game girls. Falling in love with them is stupid, right? Haha. No, it was actually really, yeah, like you said, it like Alvi is saying, it's really Kino. Uh, oh, Joshiraku is another good anime if people like absurdist stuff. Uh, I'm I'm almost certain that's by the same mangaka as Zetsubo Sensei. Let me double check. Though the problem with that show is that it's almost comprised entirely of uh, Japanese wordplay, so it's really hard to carry over when you read the translations for it. But here's the manga cut. He is the Zetsubo Sensei lad, so it has a very similar type of comedy. Yeah, Kino's Journey is Kino. That's Kino's Journey is probably it's like it would be in my top 10 if it weren't for the other shows being in my top 10. It's really good that I kind of wish like I could put it in my top 10 honestly. Monogatari. Um, Everything else here looks good. Ouran High School Host Club. That was a show. I remember that show specifically because I was in my first year at uni, and it was like a Labor Day weekend, and we had a 3-day weekend. So I was watching Ouran High School Host Club, and like I come down like Saturday morning for breakfast to the dining center, and it's closed the entire weekend, and I'm like shit. Uh, so I just end up getting crap from the vending machine and ordering pizza later in the day. But I just remember that specifically because I was watching Oran that weekend. It's one of those few reverse harem. It's unfortunate. I wish there was more. Oh, Corrector Yui. That one's being subbed right now, and it looks really cool. Uh, it looks like this Maho shoujo with like old technology, and you see like old computers and stuff. Uh, a la I kind of want to say Cyber Chase, but I'm not sure if too many people are familiar with that cartoon. But that's kind of what it seems like to me, and it looks really cool. I'm just gonna wait for that show to be subbed completely before I dive into it. Uh, I'm just gonna say early 20s. I'm not gonna say it specifically, but so I guess that kind of makes me a really early zoomer. Depends on how you look at it. Uh, all right. Oh, you gotta watch the hentai OVAs as well. That looks good for this. 2000 Banner of the no, I've only seen Crests of the Stars. Never mind. That show, I can't get over how the what's her name? The main girl. I can't get over how she talks, and that bothered me too much. 'Cause she talks in very polite Keigo, like um polite Japanese speak. Let me look it up. Though I am a fan of her, the Seiyu. Uh, all right, so Kawasumi Ayako is the Seiyu, and I'm a fan of her. But I just couldn't get over how the main girl spoke too formal, and it bothered me so much that I didn't enjoy the show. Yeah, I need to watch Now and Then. It's just a heavy show that I haven't gotten around to because it's one of those that I don't want to be like in a good mood and then watch it and then completely kill, uh, like ruin my day because it will be heavy. Oh my gosh, this one's really JPEG. Every time I say every time I resave these pictures, the JPEG compression gets even worse. Abenobashi. Rizzo Mine is good. Rizzo Mine is good. Uh, it is what's her name? Crap. I can't remember her name. I should remember her name. The Seiyu, uh, main Seiyu. She also Shana girl. Uh, Kugimiya Rie. Is a loli, and it's really interesting. The main guy is almost ruins the show, but it's really fun. Uh, what year is this actually? 2002. I don't think I had a 2001 chart, so I need to make that happen. Oh, Platonic Chain. I forgot when it was. I think it was one of the last streams that I watched live for on that White Hands channel. Hayden was in there, and it was talking about how Platonic Chain is just a more based version of or like a more epic version of Serial Experiments Lane. I'm not sure how true that is, but it seems kind of like a unique show. Wolf's Rain. I haven't done this one. Kino's Journey's on here. Last Exile. It's all aired in the same year. Uh, Williams saying, would you ever be some faceless animator for one of those companies? And if you were born in Japan, do you think? Weird question, I know. Assuming that's directed towards me, which I guess it is. Uh, I might, though. I'm lazy. I'm like a parasitic consumer, and I would enjoy just doing the exact same thing that I'm doing currently. Uh, just doing it in Japan, so I would have probably more access to these shows. Uh, it'd be kind of cool though to be involved with the industry somehow. Uh, I would probably be more inclined to join a game development team that would work on like eroge, because that seems kind of based, because like those people they don't get paid that well. Uh, they work on games that are very likely to fail, but they have a lot of creative freedom with what they're doing. Because nobody like because it's such a niche demographic that they can kind of try whatever. So similar to like manga, that you will see a lot of experimentation with them. Also note, like there's no anime existing here. What is this Lunar Legend anime? I'm not exactly sure. Read or Die. I haven't seen a TV show for that one. All right, that looks good. Close this. 2004 stuff now. We're getting close to the end. Uh, Koi Kaze. I keep seeing that one. I think that's the one with the like that. There's like the grown man dating the young girl or something like that. I, I haven't got around to seeing more Initial D. Initial D is kind of like a meme show. It's decent, but it's mostly just about the music. Watched Final Approach. Shit. Yeah, I'm still using Firefox by the way. So I got my custom CSS working more or less. There's still some problems with it. Let me see here, 'cause I don't want to. Okay, good. Good thing I did that because it would have pulled up my email if I opened up that. Um, there's still some problems with it, like the redesign that the CSS can't address. But I don't know. I'm just being really lazy and complacent about that. That I haven't found a better or a browser that is able to, I guess I don't know, be good. Here's my custom start page, by the way. Parasite, Parasite, Parasite the Maxim, or I'm not sure. But yeah, I have the classic Firefox CSS, and if I do this, customize my toolbar, and move this over, I should. There we go. Like if you do it this way, it has like the menu and stuff. But let me get rid of that. Let's see. Uh, crap, where was I? Now I don't know where to re-enable it. Hold on. I need a title bar back. Where's the title bar? I don't know where it went. I'll fix it later. Do you even play Toho? Yes, I've played Toho. I've never 1cc cleared anything. I think that's the terminology for it. Um, I got really close to clearing Imperishable Night, but I'm terrible at Danmaku games. Because I have zero reaction speed. I also almost I got pretty far into crap, what was it? Shoot. Toho 7, but yeah, I'm not good at Danmaku games. I'm mostly I'll shamelessly say that I'm a secondary in terms of like my enjoyment of the franchise because while I do enjoy the games a lot, uh I enjoy I'm more interested in like the world and the characters. Yeah, I could send that CSS. Yeah, isn't WaterFox has been spyware for the longest time, I think. Uh, though in terms of like Chrome-based browsers, I know ungoogled ungoogled Chromium is supposed to be pretty decent, but it's kind of a hassle to use because you have to manually update it and stuff. Yeah, everybody says One Piece is good, but I don't really care to watch all of it. I'll just miss out on it. I don't really mind too much. Let's see. I need to really watch Kore wa Watashi no Goshujin-sama. It's been sitting on top of my computer in a DVD for like 6 months. What else we got here? Yeah, flat design is disgusting. That's the only reason I'm able to stomach using Firefox is because they still allow users to add custom CSS, and then I could put my Firefox 3 design on it. Because initially, that's what I made that whole rant about it when they updated to Proton, and my CSS just broke, and I'm like, I can't use this browser. Uh, so I used Pale Moon for like a couple days, and I'm like, you know what, this is bad. And by then, some other people had made like Proton, um, like decrapifiers, I guess. So it's now usable to a certain extent, but it always just seems like they're gonna update something, they're gonna get rid of the ability to uh, add custom themes. Because I know they secretly removed the like the most dense like when you're changing the density to Firefox, they changed that so you now can't change it to very compact. You have to manually go into about config and set it to a certain value. Uh, yeah, Hunter x Hunter is good. I don't think it's as good as everybody says it is, but it's still worth a watch. And then you don't have to watch any other shonen after that. 2006, good year. Um, Paradise Kiss. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch. I think Paradise Kiss is the next show I'm gonna watch. Or did I say that? I say that about everything, like every other show. But I recently downloaded Paradise Kiss, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this now. And or maybe Arya second season. I'm not sure. There's too much shit to watch, honestly. I'll probably end up watching something else completely random instead. Karen, isn't Karen I know in English I think it's Chibi Vampire. Most of the time I just default to the Japanese names, but with the odd show I will know the English name more so. Oh, Inukami. That's a show like uh crap, what was it? There was an insert song for that show or on the character CD that's really Denpa, and it's by uh let's see. Because I found it on a Denpa thread that someone posted, and it was Horie Yui had a certain insert song for that, and it's like the best song. But then I try to watch the show like 2 episodes, and I'm like, nah, not today. I didn't drop it, but I don't think I'm gonna finish it. No, I have seen School Rumble. I finished watching all of School Rumble. Uh, very recently actually. I just watched this Nigaki, and then I watched the random little OVA at the end. I think the first season of School Rumble is really based because it's really absurd and like it has just no plot. Though the problem I have with that is that what's her name? The main girl. She's just like so retarded that it almost makes it frustrating to watch. Yeah, and XXX Holic, that's a Clamp one as well. I'm working my way through Clamp stuff. It started with Chobits and then Cardcaptor Sakura, and recently watched uh well, I guess recently as in like the last 2 months I watched oh crap, I can't remember hold on. I watched Kobato. So I'm working my way through Clamp stuff. Oh, Yamato Nadeshiko Shichi Henge, or I think it's like they call it something stupid in English, like the Wallflower or something. But this show, there's like it's about like a female hikikomori, and it seems really interesting, but I can't get over the whole like how the art style looks. And that was one I wanted to watch. Oh, hold on, wrong box. Where is it? Something about like shoujo comedy kind of rubs me the wrong way, but it seems like kind of a based show because the main character is a female hikikomori, at least from what I can tell from the summary. But like the art style kind of bothers me a little bit. This is a dude, by the way. Yeah, To Love Ru is ecchi shonen. At least the first part. Darkness was published in uh a different magazine like Jump Advanced or something like that because It starts to be more blatantly sexual. And I have seen the first season of Black Lagoon. Uh, To Love Ru is really based. The first season is not good. It starts to get good with Moto to Love Ru because it's just dumb comedy stuff. And I, I've said before that To Love Ru is basically just a modern version of Urusei Yatsura, but Darkness isn't that good. It's just good for the ecchi, honestly. Let's be real here. Uh, I didn't even know Afro Samurai was an anime. I thought it was like this Western crossover thing. Uh, yeah, Clannad. I've seen all of Clannad. I didn't watch After Story until recently, actually. I watched it in like February for my 600th anime. Uh, because I had just put it off because I knew exactly what was gonna happen. So I was like, I could put this off, and then I ended up putting it off literally for like 5 years. And then I was like, eh, I guess I might as well get around to watching this now. And then I watched it, rewatched season one, watched season two, and enjoyed it a lot. And like, even though I knew exactly what was gonna happen, it didn't really change the fact that like how the story goes. That's why like spoilers are kind of I don't really care about the spoilers. And yes, I'm pretty sure uh how do you even say like 009-1 is a 009 Cyborg spinoff, I think, but it has like a female character, and I'm not sure if the original has that. Yeah, basically. I did watch 600 titles in six or 300 titles in 6 months. Uh, because here I'll see. Because when I'm in uni, I was just doing nothing but watching anime. So I was watching upwards of like 20 shows per month, but not like complete shows because I'll go onto here and um on my graph and stuff, and most of the stuff is like specials, so that doesn't really count, but Mal counts it anyways. I haven't updated this by the way, that's why it's like blank here. But so you'll see stuff right here, like for example, Ebi-Ten had like two spin-offs, uh, and Nodame Cantabile had two spin-offs for the finale. So that ends up padding the stuff, but ended up watching that much in those months. Yeah, I know of No Thank You. Uh, I haven't watched too many of his videos, but his Denpa video was really based. Oh yeah, the whole entirety of F, A Tale of Memories and F, A Tale of Melodies, or yeah, I think that's what it is. It's really good. Both seasons of that are really good. Yeah, F, A Tale of Memories. Uh, yeah, that's good for this one. But yeah, I was saying I do know of No Thank You. His Denpa video was really good. 12 eps is pretty good. Uh, 24 seems like it's good, but a lot of times uh, shows tend to pad stuff out in that length, and they don't really take advantage of it. Whereas like a good story can be told in uh like one quarter, like 12 or 13 episodes, if they know what they're doing. Okay, that looks good for this. And yes, I'll watch Ashta. I'll read Ashita no Joe instead. I'm not gonna watch that. Yeah, High School DxD and High School of the Dead are good. Um, DxD kind of falls apart for me later on, but it's fun. I don't think I have anything here actually. Oh, never mind. Excel Saga. Haven't seen that. That's the original Hellsing. Never mind. There's like a bunch of random movies on this one. What was this? Some guy Penguin Truth. He has some interesting pics on here. And here's the last one. This is I liked anime better before Moe shit existed. I missed the 80s, 90s uh list. So I've seen some stuff on here. DNA Squared. DNA Squared has the one of the best anime openings ever. Uh, because it's Leark and Ciel's Blurry Eyes and it's an amazing song. But the show itself is terrible. Everything that mangaka writes is like aesthetically pleasing, but the stories are crap. Uh, yeah, I know of Dotes my, and I kind of agree with Lev that like I don't necessarily mind her accent too much, but I'm like constantly thinking about it. This Gunbuster. The the most base anime, Daikon 4 openings. That's like required watching for everybody. Like if you say you watch anime and you haven't seen the Daikon 4 openings, log off right now and watch it. It's on YouTube. Uh, Battleship Yamato, that was Leiji Matsumoto, uh, if I remember correctly. I need to watch more of his stuff. Like now that I'm getting further into like knocking out most of the mainstream stuff already, it's time to like sink my teeth into some of the older stuff. Like crap, what was it? I don't remember. I just suddenly forgot her name. But like Urusei Yatsura, Ranma One Half, kind of stuff. Sink my teeth into some of that longer shows. Yeah, and Otaku no Video is also a must watch. Those two are like peak Gainax, honestly. Otaku no Video, Daikon 4, and like Gunbuster, that's like peak Gainax. I don't think there's anything else here that I've seen. This one looks interesting, right? What is this? Pero Pero. I can't even read that. Kia Pero Pero Candy. One of these is like the original Lolicon anime, right? It might be this one. Like a lot of these anime also have moe, honestly. All right. So from the looks of it, we've I've gone through and edited a shit ton of stuff. So it's good. The last interesting chart I got, I'm not gonna edit this one. I just want to show it. There's the anime obscurity chart, and like sometimes if I don't know what to watch, I'll look at this, and I'll just like scroll down and see like how far I've gone. So I've seen like uh let's see, how far have I gone? I was gonna watch Fun Fun Pharmacy because Hayden is gonna be making a video about that, Fun Fun Pharmacy, and I wanted to watch it before he releases the video, but I haven't watched it yet. Like Angel's Egg, I guess is as deep as I go. But I think most people have seen Angel's Egg, honestly, so I don't think it's that deep. And like any Cootie 15 is not that obscure either. Um, yeah, some of this stuff isn't really that obscure. At least more towards otaku. Like Petite Cosette is kind of obscure, but Nadia Secret of Blue Water really isn't, because I'm fairly certain that aired on television in like a European country. And Legend of the Galactic Heroes is not obscure. Uh, well, I guess like Anime Obsession, I guess. Uh, so like this stuff kind of makes sense, but like some of the stuff up here is more mainstream than it. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Angel's Egg is is it really uh the Dragon Ball Z? But I know it's certainly not obscure because there's been a lot of videos made about it and it's fairly commonly discussed among people. Like if you've seen Ghosts in the Shell 1995, you've probably heard of Angel's Egg. And Ghost in the Shell 1995 is like it's almost on the level of mainstream because a lot of people know it. And Macross is not obscure because it aired as Robotech in the United States. Macross 7 maybe because that's one of the lesser known series. I don't think Sergeant Frog. I don't think that's obscure. It was like really popular in Japan, right? And I know Frog-kun is a blogger. I forgot her actual name, but she writes for hold on, Anime News Network. Like all the good articles on Anime News Art Network are written by Frog-kun, but I don't remember her name. I know she did a really good write-up about Boogie Pop. All right, I pulled it up. Kim Morrissey is the blogger. Ugh, crap, terrible voice crack. Blogger I'm talking about. And she runs the blog Frog-kun, and has done some interesting stuff. But like the only good articles on ANN are written by her, because she actually will write interesting stuff. Like go in depth, talk about like just a broader picture, and actually make interesting articles. Whereas a lot of the other shit is just like here we're just gonna talk about this random show, not this show, uh, but like just other random crap. But this is actually interesting stuff that you can sink your teeth into. Okay. I think that's all I got. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. But some of the stuff up here it should not be obscure, or should be lower. Like I don't think DN Angel is even popular anymore. And I saw Haruhi. Haruhi should, yeah, Haruhi's right there. That's good. Uh, yeah, that's about it. I don't have any other charts. Well, I do have other charts like for manga and stuff, but I haven't really read that much. Or like Gundam charts I don't really care about. And like viewing orders mostly, but the bulk of the stuff is in the general right here that I already went through. So I think we're pretty good on or at least I'm pretty good at on my editing stuff already. Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah, so that's basically about it. Luckily my mic didn't die because I was having some problems with my audio control and stuff. Uh, and like I would just have to unplug my mic and then replug it and then it would pick it up. But I guess that's about it honestly. So I'm gonna start wrapping things up because that went kind of long, right? Holy crap, 2 hours. Jesus Christ. See you later, Daka. Uh, I'm. What's this spelling? You had a stroke. Yeah, I was looking at that and I'm like, I'm not even gonna try to decipher what's going on over there. Yeah, see you later, Lev. Um, I'm working on another video right now that I've been talking about for a long time. Uh, it's being edited very slowly and but it will come out. Uh, and so long as I don't die, it will come out. And it's gonna be pretty based, hopefully. What theme do you use for XFCE? That is Luna, Windows XP Luna. Let's see appearance. Yeah, Windows XP Luna is what it's called. I think I'm fairly certain it's on GitHub. It's like Boomerang something. Uh, yeah, Boomerang Project XP Luna. I could paste it in chat. Yeah, I think I'm like 99% sure it's this one. And it includes some other ones. So you got like the metallic one. Uh, let's see if the stream like shits itself if I change themes. Okay, well, this one's actually kind of comfy, the metallic one. But I just keep it on Luna because that's the most nostalgic for me. All right, thanks for joining, William. Everybody else too. It was it was pretty fun. I wasn't sure if I was gonna stream, but I'm like, eh, screw it. I need to edit these charts anyway, so I'll just stream it. All right, I guess that's about it. Thanks everybody for showing up. Uh, yeah, that's it. I don't know how to end it. It's been going on long, and it's like, well, how do you end a long stream? Other than just stopping it?